Hi, I am DMZone. This is Gamers Oasis. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, so we're going to talk real quickly about a spell that has some new vocabulary in it. I know a lot of these spells do, but this one is the first time I've ever seen a multi-purpose spell actually in the description. That's something normally the players explore and find on their own without the authors coming to you and saying, this is something new. Okay, why do I say that? Well, the Pyrotechnics spell is truly one of these spells that embraces that by actually requiring that the source of the effect is not actually something the spell itself produce. What I'm trying to get at is the spell doesn't manifest fire. The spell has to manipulate fire to be able to do more fire-like things. Some of the things the spell can do is it can increase the size of the fire. It can create a flash of light, creating like a strobe-like effect, and it can increase the smoke. The book refers to this being sort of like a firework going off. I could see this in other ways too, but that's kind of the example they give with it. Now, they also have some suggestions for size of the fire. Now, they recommend torch, brazier, and bonfire, and etc. I don't feel like this is a complete list, nor do I feel like this is a great way of saying it. I actually prefer kind of throwing the word original in there and then maybe rewording it something like this. The overall effect is dependent on the original size of the fire. To me, that makes more sense. I would also say you could go down to as small as maybe a candle, which would be like a Bic lighter basically, and you could go bigger in that. However, I would probably cap the effect to a certain point. Like I said earlier, the spell kind of creates a flash of light. It can change the color of this light. It can increase the fire briefly, essentially, creating a small fire to roar big. It can increase the smoke amount. And these things can have extra effects as well. For example, you could blind a target. You could potentially make it so someone doesn't want to walk through the fire for that brief moment. The smoke could cause breathing problems. And if you're looking for a way out of an area, the smoke could be used to follow it out, knowing that this way is out because that's the way the smoke is going, and this way, which is not drawing smoke at all, probably goes deeper. So it gives you information that you can then use how you'd want to use. Okay, so one of the questions that comes up is this spell lasts for 6 turns. Is that 6 turns on this torch I can manipulate fire? Or is that 6 turns the spell is cast on me because I'm the one that cast it? And now I can affect fires that are within 240 feet or 24 inches on the sand table and be able to create these fireworks basically as I go for 60 minutes or 6 turns. To me, I feel like it's a second. I feel like you kind of become a fireworks show, which means that if you're running through a town trying to distract guards or trying to prevent things from following you, that could be a very interesting thing. Especially if you had people around you throwing like Greek fires and this type of stuff, making it very distracting. I also think that the inverse of this could be done and would be a great way to combat someone doing that type of thing, where it doesn't necessarily just cancel it, but you could also just reduce the effect. So if you're trying to get down a hallway and it's on fire, a person with the inverse of this spell could reduce the fire so someone could pass by and then put the fire back up, preventing them from being able to walk down it unless they had some other way to protect themselves. I could also see that being cast on a torch with a group of players who are trying to navigate a dungeon, and you're like, psst, and you take their torch down to like a candle, and now they don't have the line of sight they want. Multiple people casting that could affect the whole party. Otherwise, I would say you're only doing 1 torch at a time. So a second torch would go ahead and remedy the problem. But if they don't have that second torch, or if torches are something they're trying to maintain because they only have so many, this could be a very powerful tool. Anyways, guys, did I get this wrong? Did I get this right? Did I forget anything? Is there a better way to use this spell? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Thank you. Have a great day and keep rolling those dice. Bye.